All right, we're going to take a look at 22,000 plumbing tonight. So first thing I want to do is just take a quick look at the drawings. And if you look in here, you'll notice that we've got a, let's see, P1 and P2. I've got a plumbing plan and plumbing details on those two sheets. So the rest of this really does not include any plumbing except for the floor plan. So the floor plan, we might want to take a look at the fixtures on that because the plumbing plan may not show those fixtures. So let's take a look here. I want to scroll down through the sheets and kind of see where we're at. Again, we've got some, now what was plumbing was 2200. So let's take a quick zoom on this because I think there's quite a bit in the notes here on plumbing. So all of these 22, so 22 all the way down to 22.6, all of this is related to the plumbing in this plan set. So we've got water lines, they're copper, sewer line, cast iron, roof line drain to be cast iron, water heater to be electrical, tankless water heater, okay, lavatory vitreous china, single handle faucet, and then the water closet is white vitreous china. So that doesn't really tell us much. We kind of figured that. The specs here are somewhat vague. So let's go with view, fit page, and then I want to keep scrolling down here until we get to P1 and P2. Obviously, we could call this out while we're here on the plan. I've got a toilet and a sink. So that's pretty much it in terms of the plumbing in this place. Now, we do have roof drains, we have some gas, and we have a sprinkler system. So, but right now, what we're really just concerned with is doing a takeoff on the waste and the supply lines for this store. So you're lucky. We only have a bathroom with a sink and a toilet. So shouldn't be that difficult. I'm not even concerned. So here's elevations. Now the interior elevations, they're going to show the toilet and they're going to show the sink. But really what we're most concerned about with this drawing right here are the accessories. Grab bars, tissue dispenser, got a grab bar here. I'm not sure what this is. This is definitely a mirror up here. So if you look closely at this, you'll notice that something like this, the bowl height has to be 2'10" above the finished floor. Well, that's ADA, or Americans with Disabilities Act. That's a requirement. In fact, all of these dimensions here are requirements from ADA. So you'll notice that everything, including the mirror, has a very specific elevation. The grab bar locations and the tissue dispenser, they also have specific locations. So let's keep going here. Excuse me. And we're getting there. There's fire protection. There's mechanical. And here we are. So we've got our plumbing in here. Now let's just go over this sheet real quick. I've got a roof drain up here. The roof drain, the actual opening in the roof right here. Those roof drains come down below the roof, above the ceiling, and they drain out through this wall right here and then into the ground. Then you'll notice that I think there's storm sewer is where they would come out. So they're going to come out through the roof, down the wall, and then under the slab through the storm sewer. So I've got, is this waste? Here's the sewer line here, which is 4 inches. And then I've got a 4-inch water supply, I think. Is that right? For the sprinkler. Sorry, I can't see this. Let's zoom in on it. take a quick look. Yep, water line for fire sprinkler. And then check this out. All we have is a 1/2 inch diameter water line that comes in and serves the toilet and the sink. That's it. So, all right. So here's a gas line. Now the gas line's got to come in and run up to the rooftop units. That's all that serves. And so I've got a toilet here, a floor drain, and a sink. That's it. So let's go into the next. I think there's a, here it is. So there's an enlarged plan on this sheet. And again, let's blow this up so that we can see it really good. Okay. So, I apologize for humming. I know I can't edit this, so I'm just sorry. Let's do the waste in red orange. So check this out. I've got a waste line that picks up the toilet that runs this way and then out to the street. I've got a below slab that comes over here and picks up the floor drain. And then I've got a P-trap right here, right, for the sink. And again, this runs out through the floor out to the street. So the rest of this stuff is water line. And I've got a 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to change back. Let's change the colors here to, how about blue? Dark cyan or something. So my water line comes in. This is a 1/2 inch. It comes across the building and in. And I've got a valve right here. This is a 1/2 inch valve is what that is. And you can come down and you see it right here. It says valve. Then we've got a pressure release valve here. So I've got one valve and I've got one pressure release valve right here. And I think you're going to have, I mean, you've got a good amount of 1/2 inch coming in through the building. So I'm going to say that, you know, when you stub this out 5 feet out beyond the wall of the foundation, I mean, the building itself is 40 foot long. If I were estimating the 1/2 inch, I'd put 40 feet on that. So I've got one 1/2 inch valve. I've got one 1/2 inch pressure reduction valve. And then I've got 1/2 inch water line from here. So I don't know exactly how much to figure on this. We could take this thing apart and draw it and do all kinds of stuff, but you're going to need at least, I'm guessing on this, honestly. You guys, you can figure this out if you want, but I'm going to say somewhere between 25 feet and 30 feet of 1/2 inch water line. So I'd probably get 3 sticks of 10 foot, and I could rough this whole area out with that. So what do we need to do here? We've got some fittings, don't we? So I've got, how about 90-degree elbows? I want to change this to, let's go back to red. So I've got a 90 here. I've got a 90 here. I'm going to have a 90 here. Or am I? Now let me think through this here. I don't. I've got hot water. I've got a 90 here. I've got a 90 here. And I think I've got a 90 here and a 90 here. So you guys see what I'm doing here? It looks like I've got around 6 or 8 90s. Let's see here in terms of T's. I'm going to change my color again here so we can kind of separate this. And really, you guys are going to have to figure this out. I'm walking you through this, but here's obviously a T right here, and I got a T right here. So I'm seeing, on the drawing, I'm seeing 2 T's. Now in the field, who knows? We might need more than that. So 1/2 inch by 6 inch stub out fittings. So what you see here where I've got a right angle, a 90, and then I'm stubbing out beyond the wall. You know, the rough end is going to be like a 6-inch leg that sticks out, and you're going to have, it looks like 3 of those. Are you guys following me on this? So I've got one hot water heater up here, and get him here. I got the water heater, I got a sink, and I've got a toilet. So is that right? Tankless water. Yep. So, and now I'm down to shutoffs. So each area right here where I've got stub out, I'm going to have a shutoff. So I should have 3 of those. And then I should have 3 supply lines. So a supply line is going to be like a flexible line that gets connected between the fixture and the valve. So here I've just got cold water at the toilet, and then at the sink I've got a supply for cold and a supply for hot. So we should need 3 supply lines, and then I've got what, a P-trap here at the sink. So I know I've got 1 P-trap here. So that was pretty easy, wasn't it? I mean, we've got 11 minutes, 30 seconds. That's great. So we kind of finished this. We're not doing the waste. I left those out, and then the gas line. So we're just looking at the supply on this. And you guys, you really have to visualize these fixtures. And it would help, I think, if you went into your bathroom at home, you could see all of this stuff. You could see the stubs sticking out of the wall, the shutoffs, the flexible supplies, the P-trap, and things like that. Now, remember we talked at the beginning of the semester about visualizing. You're looking at a 2-dimensional drawing here, and this is one of those cases where you really have, you just see lines on paper, and to me this is very abstract. So I have to visualize what it looks like in 3D. So this is one of those great examples. But if you understand what you need at each of these locations, you should be set up. And if you, of course, have a nice handy dandy list, same thing. You just walk through it and start at the top, work your way down. And I think that will do it for this video. So I will catch up with you later.